kind of are aware of what's going on and that fabric's there. A lot of it depends on the speed of the film. We shoot with very slow speed film, 50 ASA, which really sort of means you gotta kind of pump about 1,000 degrees of lights in there, and it gets very hot. Sort of an old-fashioned way of working. But it means that the colors tend to be very strong and solid and kind of jump out at you, hopefully, in not too distracting a way, I hope, but kind of put you right there. There's 65 millimeter stuff too, so I dare say a monkey could make something look good with these cameras. I mean, really, they're just so strong and beautiful in the lenses, and it's a combination of all these things, and when you get it right, it really feels good, and when you get it wrong, you kind of can see it, you notice it.
So the movie opens with a shot of kind of swirling ocean water, and that shot is like reprised much deeper into the film.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful shot, and of course, the ocean makes you think of the continuity. First of all, the opening shot is in the South Pacific as the war ends, but it's also the continuity. The ocean is always there, has always been there. And it's like swirling water, so there's something like boiling under the surface. You get the feeling of but I kept thinking, I wonder if that's really the ocean, or if he's in a huge bathtub with super blue water, just making it swirl exactly like he wants it to.
Yeah, or that it's a computer that just made some waves, right? No, yeah, we were on a boat out in the Pacific. I say the Pacific. We were only about 2 or 3 miles off the coast, and it was that time of day when the sun was not directly overhead. It was probably about 10:30, and just the angle of the way that it was hitting the water, you looked off the back of the ship, and that's what you saw. So we just pointed the camera down at it, and it was so hypnotic, so beautiful to look at, kind of endless. You kind of put it on in the editing room, and you sort of see it up on the big screen, and you just feel yourself being hypnotized by it. And it reminded me, I remember as a kid going to Pearl Harbor, and they have that monument that you can go to. Made such an impression on me. You sort of look down into the water, you see these fishes moving around, and to think about what happened there and all those bodies and all that stuff and all this kind of things that have gone into the water. It's a thought that always sticks with me. It's a thought that always sticks with me when I do go into the ocean, when I go swimming. All that's happened and all that's beneath the surface and things coming and going. I don't know, it gets you in a good place of thinking about things in a wider way, to me anyway.
Well, Paul Thomas Anderson, thank you so much for coming back to Fresh Air. I really appreciate it.
It's always great to talk to you, Terry. Thank you.
Paul Thomas Anderson wrote and directed the new film The Master. There's a great scene in which the characters played by Philip Seymour Hoffman and Joaquin Phoenix are in adjoining jail cells screaming at each other. Anderson told me the story behind that scene. We have that story as an extra on our website, freshair.npr.org, where you can also watch clips from the film and find a link to our recent interview with one of the film's stars, Amy Adams. And you can follow us on Twitter at NPR Fresh Air and on Tumblr at nprfreshair.tumblr.com. Fresh Air's executive producer is Danny Miller. Our interviews and reviews are produced and edited by Amy Salet, Phyllis Myers, Anne-Marie Baldonado, Sam Brigger, Lauren Krenzel, John Myers, John Sheehan, Heidi Saman, and Teresa Madden. I'm Terry Gross.